Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and while you're at it, click the bell to be notified of future videos. This is called Broken Dishes. Finishes at 12 inches. It is all half square triangles. And I didn't mark the diagram on here because every piece is a half square triangle patch. Here are 4 blocks set block to block, and I made the corner units the same so you get this secondary design. And this is a 2x2 grid. We have this unit here, which consists of 4 of the same half square triangles, and that's our unit. And it finishes at 6 inches. Here is the diagram for cutting. You cut 3 7/8 inch squares, cut it in half once on the diagonal, and you'll get 2 patches. You'll need 4 patches each of the accent fabrics and 16 patches of the background fabric. Here are the AccuQuilt dies that will cut these shapes. And I've cut mine with AccuQuilt today. Here are the fabric cutting instructions, and I've given you instructions for cutting patches or for making half square triangles 2 at a time, and there'll be a short demo on this. So here's the background, and here are the accent fabrics. Here are my fabrics, and I've cut these into patches with the AccuQuilt. And when the AccuQuilt cuts your triangles, it cuts the points off so you don't have any nubs to trim at the end. We're going to take all of the patches and sew them together like this, a background fabric and an accent fabric. You flip them over, and they should all be the same, so you match all 3 sides and stitch a 1/4 inch down this side. Press your seams open or to the side, however you like. Now coming up is a demo that shows you how to make half square triangles 2 at a time. In the demo, we're making a 2-inch finished square, but today in this block you'll need a 3-inch finished square. So when you trim, you'll trim at 3.5 inches. Next, we're going to do the half square triangles 2 at a time. We've marked our diagonal line. We put these right sides together. Then we'll stitch on both sides of this line a scant 1/4 inch. So 2 lines of stitching, scant 1/4 inch. Cut on the diagonal line. And we have our 2 half square triangle units. Press the seams open or to the side. Then you'll have this. And we're going to trim these down to 2.5 inches. Now I'm lining up the diagonal line of my ruler with the seam line of the half square triangle, and I'm looking for my 2.5 inch mark here and down here, and I want to make sure I have enough room on all 4 sides of this to trim it off. So we'll trim these 2, flip this around. Now we line up our 2.5 inch mark here and here and our diagonal line and trim. Next, we'll take the half square triangle units that are all the same fabric and look at the diagram and put them together like this. You'll sew these 2 together and these 2, press your seams, and then sew the 2 rows together. This is what you'll have. And you'll make 4 of these. They should measure now 6.5 inches square. Now we have all of our units done. We want to make sure they're all oriented the same way. So the point goes in the upper left corner. So there it is there, and now switch this. Of course, you don't have to do it this way, but this is how it's put in the block. Then we'll just sew these 2 together and these 2, press the seams, and then sew the rows together. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and while you're at it, click the bell to be notified of future videos.